Joining us for the interview is Scott Davies. Scott, Boxing Day, it seemed like it should have been a great occasion, but on and off the pitch, it just felt a little bit flat. What were your views of the game today?
Yeah, I thought it was really quiet all round, I'll be honest. I don't know. Even at the beginning, I thought our fans were really quiet. I thought the performance was quite flat. Obviously, when the goal went in, it was loud for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and it went quiet again. And I was a little bit surprised, to be honest. We had to try and create our own tempo, which we did in stages and in spells in the first half, but nowhere near enough. It was a real gritty performance. It wasn't nice on the eye. I just said to the lads, it's probably the most unenjoyable game of football I've played this year. I didn't think we were at our best. Credit to Chesham, I thought second half they put us under a lot of pressure. They took the handbrake off, threw loads and loads of bodies forward, took risks, and then when we won the ball back, we weren't good enough with it. We didn't look after it well enough. We didn't get past our man enough times. We didn't make the first pass or complete the first pass, which allows you to sort of get a little bit of rhythm in the game. So yeah, overall we've not been great. We've picked up another point, which is good, but it's not excellent. So yeah, a little bit flat. If I'm honest, the boys are a little bit flat because they know they can play better. But we've got 11 men in front of us that made it difficult. And credit to Chesham, I thought they were like 100 miles an hour in terms of the way that they played. They make it difficult. They put balls into your box, put balls into your defensive third that you have to deal with, which we dealt with in large spells. Apart from the goal where it's taken a little deflection and gone in behind our back 3 or 4. I don't know what it was at the time. So yeah, like overall we've had some other chances that we didn't take, and probably the draw was maybe a fair result.
Do you think with your philosophy of being an attacker and trying to score more than others, that kind of spark or whatever you want to call it has just dropped out of the team a little bit?
No, I think we're second top scorers in the league, so it's not a problem. We've scored, I believe, 139 goals in 67 games or something. So I've done some stats the other day. That's 2 goals a game, which is incredible going. Only Worthing, I think, have scored more than us over that period of time. So we've scored a hell of a lot of goals. That's not a problem. We've conceded 1 today when we usually maybe go and score 2 or 3 at home, which we've not done. But I just thought individually at times we could have been a lot better, especially in attacking areas. If we score 1 at home, then yeah, we've got to keep a clean sheet to win the game. It puts a little bit of pressure on the back line and the goalkeeper. But I still think we had some good chances. Gilb's had one in the first half, Lexus had a header, Leon's gone through twice, there was one cleared off the line and a goal-mouth scramble, which went through in the change room. So on another day we might get 2 or 3. Charlie's just said he's not had a save to make all game. So yeah, they got into some really good areas, but I don't feel like they hurt us too much. But we've got to do better. But the only reason why we didn't play as well as we could is because Chesham put in a really good performance second half, and I think they deserve to come away with something because of maybe sort of pinning us back a bit. I think today was one of the first times that I probably struggled being a player manager in terms of actually seeing the game, because it was so chaotic, and it's hard to get messages back and forth to Yellow in the dugout. But looking back now, we probably would have gone up there 2 up top a little bit earlier, a little bit sooner, just to sort of retain the ball and get some territory. But listen, it is what it is. It's not perfect at times being a player manager. It'd be nice to have an earpiece that I could speak to him, but that's obviously not possible. But listen, we take the point, we move on. Is that 3 unbeaten now, 3 draws? It's like the same as winning 1 and losing 2, which it's not exciting. It's not great, but Bournemouth to come, really tough game, so they don't get any easier.
Yeah, I think Charlie might want to look back at the highlights because he did make 2 saves from a 1-on-1 in the first half, so he's underestimating himself there.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't class it as a save. I don't know if it was a ricochet or what, but he just said to me, I haven't had a save to make. Maybe he's talking about the second half. I'm not sure, because we just spoke about how Chesham pinned us back in the second half. There seemed to be claret and blue shirts all over the place, but when you're obviously losing in a match, you can go a little bit gung-ho, like we do. We did it at Hampton last week to get back in the game. We kind of went with almost a front 5. We're not going to go with front 5 when we're 1-0 up and risk obviously conceding. So no, credit to them. They're a tough side to play against. They're used to winning football matches. They've done extremely well this season. Everyone that you speak to has been extremely complimentary about Chesham and how difficult they are to play against. And I think we've seen that today. They're honest, similar to ourselves. I thought it was 2 teams that had a right go, but a game that really lacked quality.
You'd like to favour a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-4-2-1, whatever kind of thing. Are you looking at playing two up front? Because as you said, when Sam came on and partnered Slavy, it did kind of change a little bit of the focus of the team.
Yeah, I thought Sam done well when he came on. He obviously picked up a knock at Hampton last week, so it was something that we had to kind of look at. He probably would have been fit to start, but at home we've been 4-2-3-1 for a long period of time, and it's been reasonably good for us. So it's something we'll have to look at. We kind of adapt to who we're playing. We're not, said it before, we're not Ebbs Fleet of last season that could go and just play however they wanted, because we've not got the best players in the league. We've not got time to work on things. So we kind of adapt to who we're playing against. I think that's maybe a mark of respect, but we also want to carry a threat at the same time. So it's not us being ultra defensive by any stretch, because you can see the amount of goals that we score, but it's just having that balance of having a good defensive shape while offensively being able to cause problems. And I think we've got that, but today we just didn't pass the ball well enough. I think our midfield three were kind of all disappointed with how they played. They wanted to be better. But those three have been absolutely superb this season. I'd like to see a better midfield three in terms of the way they complement themselves or complement each other. So, no dramas. We've played under par and got a point.
Your first two goals for Slough were both scored from inside your own half. You've done it again today. Was there something that you saw, or is it just you being you again?
Yeah, no, it's. I always look at every video that I watch of the opposition. I always think that, as much as it sounds crazy, if you can execute the technique, it's not overly difficult. It's weird. If you trust yourself and you've got good technique, which hopefully I have, I always have a look just in case the keeper does almost come a little bit too high at times. Bayliss obviously got the ball dropped to him, and I looked at the keeper. As Bayliss played it back to me, the keeper was still walking forward, and I thought, no one's going to shout at me, because if I have a go at it, I've done it before. If it goes out by the corner flag, then listen, it goes out by the corner flag and we pin him in. So no, it's probably the nicest one I've hit. I've been lucky enough to do it, obviously a few times for Slough and a few times before in my career. So yeah, it'd be nice to watch it back, but to play my part in it's great. But I'll be honest with you, I'd have taken the 3 points and a tap in. So it's one of those ones. But yeah, it's a nice goal to score in front of my family on Boxing Day.
Just to mention one of those midfield three, obviously Leon signed a new contract on Christmas Eve. Great news for the club.
Yeah, Leon's been fantastic. The beauty of Leon is that he trusts us. I've known Leon since he was 18 when I played at Biggleswade with him. And I've kind of taken him under my wing from a football perspective. I believe in him because I knew how good he was back then. And then the other side of it, Yella drives into training with him every Tuesday, Thursday, and talks to him. So he's become almost a bit of like a father figure. So they have a lot of time spent together. And I think between us, we talk to him a lot because we believe in him. It's great that he signed a new deal. Leon's ceiling is very, very high. Some of the things that he does are incredible. They're outstanding to watch, and you just think how he's probably going to move up the levels at some point. I'll be surprised if he doesn't, but the beauty is that he's 23 years old. He's probably got 13, 14 years of his career ahead of him, and I think it's going to be a really bright one.
Scott, thank you very much. Have a happy new year, and we'll see you at Bournemouth.
Cheers, Ade. Thanks very much.
Thank you.